Hey guys, welcome back. This is Phil from OnTheCage.com. Google has launched two new things. It's called the Chromecast and the Chromecast Audio. Now, the Chromecast itself is a second generation, while the Chromecast Audio is a brand new thing. It sounds pretty self-explanatory, but let's just go ahead and open up these two guys. Let's start with the Chromecast over here. So this is an updated version of the previous Chromecast. That was a device that connects to your existing TV, and you can stream from the apps, from the compatible apps to your TV. So if you have a smart TV, that's a good thing. Now you got an even smarter device that's going to cast more. Now, if you hadn't had a smart TV, this is a thing that's going to turn your dumb TV into a smart TV. So let's go ahead. This is a Korean version, so all the writings here are in Korean, but it's the same old Chromecast, so it shouldn't be difficult. So it's pretty simple. Here's a Chromecast itself, and it looks pretty good. I was actually kind of surprised. I already had taken a look at these guys because I went to a Chromecast party that they had through, and I was actually surprised at how much effort it seems like they put in their designs. See, look at this packaging. It's blue, and there are three different colors with the Chromecast. And here's a little cable and the charger. Maybe I shouldn't call it a charger. It's more of an adapter because it needs a power source to work. So here is how it works. So this is the device itself, and you plug in the power source. Of course, you can use an external battery if you want to use it outside of the power source, but this is basically how it works. Power source, HDMI, and your telly. That's it. So it's quick and simple. You can catch from YouTube, and there's a lot of apps that supports the Google Chromecast. So here, we're gonna put it right there. I'm actually surprised at how pretty Google makes things now. What's happened to Google? They are now a design monster now. All right, so here we go with the Chromecast Audio. So Chromecast Audio connects your speaker instead of your telly of the Chromecast. So you can use your old speaker. Of course, it's going to require an amp, but your old speaker or a old, say, boom boxes into a smart speaker. All right, so always wanted to have a Bluetooth speaker. Here's a better one because it connects via Wi-Fi and it wouldn't interfere with your phone calls. That's what Google says. I hadn't tried it yet. But anyway, so here goes the Chromecast Audio. Look at this. What has happened to you, Google? Now, since when did you put efforts in design? Look at that. Looks really neat. We got both of the version in black, but even in black, these look pretty good. Pretty darn good here. So here's a little thing. It looks like a wheel from the car, but anyway, so here goes the Chromecast Audio, and just like the Chromecast, it also requires the power source. So what you need to do is you can connect your power source. Now that seems like the biggest problem with the Chromecast, though. That while Bluetooth doesn't require the battery, the Chromecast and the Chromecast Audio requires a power source. Although I think that's acceptable because you don't usually carry your speakers or tellies around, so that should be okay. One side, power source. One side, output. And this connects to your audio. Sounds pretty simple. What if your audio doesn't have this 3.5 millimeter jack, although that shouldn't really be the case because this is pretty much the de facto standard for past 20, 30 years. But in that case, in that very unfortunate case, you can use the RCA and this very own cable or the optical output. Those are sold separately, and you can connect it to the port over here, so you can have a higher quality audio or a proprietary speaker jack if you have a special kind of speaker. All right, so this is how it looks. Now we have to give it a try. So let's go ahead and plug these guys in. Okay, so we're back after setting two devices up. So here goes the Chromecast Audio. Setting up the devices weren't exactly as simple as we hoped it to be, but it was fairly simple, we should say. All right, two types of casting. One is through the app that supports casting, all right? So apps like YouTube or Pandora support Chromecast Audio, so they have built-in dedicated interface for the Chromecast Audio. So with those apps, you can play the music, and your device is going to pull the music off the Wi-Fi by itself, and by that, it means that you can do whatever you want on your phone, and it will keep on casting through Wi-Fi. So simply put, your device is in charge. You just tell them what to play, and your device is free to go. And second type of thing is casting directly through your phone or other devices. So your phone, your sound goes directly into the casting device. At the end of the day, it might sound the same, but the key difference here is your phone's role. For dedicated apps, your phone can go away. For non-dedicated apps, you can play whatever you want, but your phone has to be there because it has to keep on sending the data. And the same goes with the Chromecast. I should call it Chromecast video, but here goes the Chromecast. Same thing, you just plug that in with the power source and you're done. Type 1, there's a dedicated app. Here goes a YouTube and you see the different screen and you can use your phone as a remote, and as soon as you play, as soon as you tell Chromecast what to play, your phone can go away. You can do whatever you want, you can talk on it, you can surf the web, you can play games on it. It's going to keep on playing on the Chromecast itself. Type 2, because there aren't really much of the apps that support Chromecast by itself, you can cast anything, and literally anything, to your Chromecast. So you can cast your game, you can cast YouTube in that manner as well, but your phone has to stay there because it has to keep on sending the data. Whichever way, you'll have to tab to cast. It's as simple as that. Overall, the experiences were actually quite good. One thing that I figured out is on Chromecast, there isn't an option to set the resolution as you wish it to be. So if you're using not exactly the latest television, then there's a good chance that you will have a fuzzy video or not exactly a crisp scene. So one day I hope they will add up an option to choose resolution by myself, because not all the TVs give correct information to Chromecast, and they sometimes make the image fuzzy and sometimes unacceptable. So that's one thing. So that was a new second generation Chromecast and the brand new Chromecast Audio. These are fairly cheap at $35. So if you want to change your telly into a smarter telly, or your audio to a smarter audio, you can definitely give them a try. Alright, thank you always for watching. You can meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and of course, subscribe us on YouTube. Thank you always for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Ciao!